Alright, hey, what's up guys? We are back for round 3 of the championship. Choo! You're riding with SpotTheOzzie, and so far we've had a bit of an up and down season. Last race, we've got a bit of the rope around, coming in at a podium 3rd position, and definitely hitting our target of 6 or above for our $200,000 bonus. At the moment, as you can see, we have our design new part, the gearbox, coming in 1 day. We can't improve any of the parts at the moment because that's what the team's working on. The Handling Development Center is currently underway with 11 weeks to go. It is taking so long. Oh my god. But it's part and parcel when you design some of this infrastructure for your team to rotate about. So we're going to have a bit of a look. Continue on to the next day, which is going to stop because it is a major event with the gearbox fixing itself. No, correction, it has 6 hours to go, but we can improve our components, which is what we want to do. Because we are finding lately that we are being screwed over in the reliability department, which is something we have to work on indefinitely. Look at some of these components. So let's have a look. So the suspension is going to be worked on, 57%. That's going to be pushed up. The gearbox is also going to be pushed up. That's good. That's good. We've got the... Yep, that engine at 48%. That's exactly what we want to do, and we have performance on other components happening as well. Now, it looks to me as though that gearbox has been able to take over the other gearbox purely because it's been in a development run. I'm pretty happy with this, this breakdown of 10 to 10 each day, and that's currently is what is being fixed. So let's leave that for now and click continue. Cool, they fixed it. Right, so there you go. We've now fixed the part. We'll fit the new part, that is, which is the gearbox. Let's fit. What do we have? Gearbox. We got 2. One's sitting in the 90. One's already at 80. You know what we're going to do? What is the point of this new gearbox if it's not as good as the other gearbox? It's got 90% reliability compared to 80. I think we're going to leave that there, and let's see how this other one gets fixed to, because we can always fix that and get that one back up to 100. So we're going to leave that for now. I think the component that we really want to change is the brakes. I think we can improve them a little bit now. So let's go back to design a new braking system. Deceleration red zone risk is level 1. I'm pretty happy with that. Ooh, deceleration 25 to max, 25. Let's go to that and build this component. Go a bit more cash to burn out of the way. Is there any urgent emails? No, it's just telling us that we need to check in our car. Let's have a look to make sure all the right components are being fixed. Yes, they are. Great. And we shall continue on the path that we are currently on. Looks like the Beijing practice, which is another different tier of racing, not ours, but we are now an accredited member of the Global Motorsport Association, GMA. Never heard of it, glad to be a part of it, thank you very much. What are the benefits? No idea. Anyway, going back to the car, let's fit our new brake. Is there a big tip? 140, that's actually pretty good, but we've got to fix the reliability. We're going to put on that, which goes from being angry to content. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's improve the component for that brake though as well by flicking it on. No, we can't do that at the moment. We're going to have to fix one. Is there anyone that doesn't need to be fixed at the moment? No, they all need to be fixed. So, if we flick this over to fix these as best as we possibly can, that might be the way to go. But we need to get these brakes fixed. The reliability is ridiculous. Can we fit a different part to another car and not worry about fixing it for now? What about gearbox? 94, 75. We want that though. I think I'm gonna have to I don't know what we're gonna do. There we go. That will work. That's 18 staff members working on reliability, 2 on performance. And let's continue on that. Ooh, while we're doing that, let's set a new part to be designed. We want something a little bit different. What is risky at the moment? What are we always having dramas with? I think the gearbox. Yeah, let's get another gearbox underway, I reckon. Design new part. Gearbox. Reliability. That's what we need. Ooh, empty slot component. Oh, so if you click those, it will add to both of them. Okay, cool. Adds to the amount of money that's being spent, but that's okay. Let's build on that. We're currently in a negative balance, but I'm alright with that. Fit parts. 10 weeks until that is designed. That is taking ages. Nothing to see here for that championship. Doesn't really affect us. If so, fact so. Let's have a look at the calendar. Our next race is 12th, and it is currently... So we have quite a few days up our sleeve. Is there anything... Can we change? Can we build anything in... A new building maybe? Can we add something? I'm gonna have to leave that now. I just don't want us to run in a negative credit balance too much. What about... What's something easy? A simulator. Rear wing. $80,000 per race. That doesn't pay itself off fast enough. I reckon we'll just let that roll for now. Is there any upgrades? Will it let us upgrade it? Nah, let's just keep rocking that. Alright, where's our car at? Sponsors. Although we have plenty of time remaining. Car, 13 days. Okay, let's continue with that. One. Politics vote. Again, let's just keep continuing. ERS added. Okay. Skip some of this. We want to vote. We want to vote. Looks urgent. Must respond. A new vote has begun. Global Motorsport Association is somewhere it's about addition of Beijing GP. A new race in Beijing will be added to the calendar next season. This rule will benefit teams likely to perform well at Beijing, Silver, Vexler, ZRT, and Predator. This rule will not benefit teams likely to struggle. That's us! You know, I'm gonna have to go against. I'm not gonna go for and benefit the teams that are on the same boat as us, but let's see, let's skip to the end. Wow, we have a proxy vote. Wow, by 1 vote. Unbelievable. That's okay. Alright, so our new gearbox has officially been built. Wow, what a big difference that's going to make, isn't it? So we are going to lock this gearbox in. Who are we going to give it to? I think it has to go to Nick Chu, doesn't it? Approved components. Let's get off that. Let's sort this out a little bit better. Let's see who or what part needs it more. It doesn't look like anything needs it just as much at the moment. What's crucial for this next race? What are we gonna... Brakes. Can we get new brakes fitted before the next race? I don't think we can. Let's try it anyway. Why not? 5 days. The acceleration. What's going to be after the race? We're going to have to deal with that. It's okay. Build component. More into the negative, but that's okay. Design new part. Fit components. are we looking at the moment? We're looking alright, as long as we're fixing the right components. Let's look at that. Definitely needs to be fixed, I reckon. So I'm going to flick it onto that. They said engine needs to be improved as well. So I think that's good to go if we just keep pushing forward into the next couple of race days. Continue. Alright, championship, that doesn't affect us again. Asia Pacific. And I'm just going to keep going. Not a lot happening still, so I'm going to keep going. What spots do we go? Oh, look, I reckon we can get 6th or above again. I think 2nd would definitely be pushing it for our spots select for this round. Now, how do I want to fit components? Let's have a look. This is going to be really crucial, making sure we get on top here. Now, brakes are up, reliability's a little bit down, but that's okay. That's what we want. Making sure the best components are fitted to the correct cars. Again, the original component looks to be outweighing the average components. There you go. I'll leave that one on there as well. And yeah, it looks like we're going to actually have a good race without many technical faults given our current situation. So, let's finally get this race underway. It's been a while. It takes some turn and burn to finally get everything right. There's probably going to be a strategy released after this to show you what is the best way to capitalize all your income. I know traditionally in the mobile app, you could just keep spending the money on anything and everything, like including facilities, staff, but at the end of the day, that didn't really assist because you could have like a negative $20 billion account and it wouldn't stop you from buying anything. So it was a bit of a cheap way of doing it. Anyway, here we go, Milan. Let's go with Chew. Setups, medium tires. Let's change. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try and put these all into the window of the green, right in the middle as much as I possibly can. Can we do that? I think that's gonna work. Let's try this setup. Let's try it on a soft tire because it doesn't matter how many tires we burn through. And see how different the two cars are. Must be how the drivers like their cars as well. But this is a very fast track, so I think top speed, looking at it, is going to be the beneficiary here. Not so much the handling. Downforce I don't think is going to matter if we can just get at the edge of the window. That's the trick here. It's going to be ensuring. There we go. Let's try that. Let's do something a little bit different. Put on the complete edge. I like it. Let's continue. Instant result. Let us know how we went. 10th, 14th, Jesus, we're behind, but we're not just behind, we're behind by 2 seconds. We're so far behind. Looks like Garuda Racing is absolutely killing it at the moment. Jesus. Alright. 3 things in life are unavoidable: death, taxes, and the Dragon Race Team China being terrible. Thanks very much for your support. Haters gonna hate though, you know. It is race day. Weather forecast. Looks like it might rain beyond lap 2, possibly 3 if you can look at that scale. Super soft tyres. I want to give the benefit on the intermediates. I feel like we're going to have a bit of a change in tyres. Let's put them on race trim, confirm. Slots. Now we have to do both of these for that one as well because that's all that's available really. Alright, looks like both drivers are actually really happy with their car setups, which is different to what we're used to seeing. It's great news for us. 80% setup. That's really weird, given that there's a negative in the handling there. Maybe we should adjust for that. I feel like that's going to wear and tear the car. Let's just see what it does. Let's stick with 6 laps of fuel in the tank. Confirm. Let's look at the other setup. 82% happy with the setup. That's in the window. It's just on the edge for downforce, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let him make the decision there. Tires again, super softs. Alright. Strategy. Straight out of the gate, I want to push, because if it rains too heavily, we're going to have to change tyres anyway, so it doesn't matter if we wear a turn, burn the tyres out, doesn't matter if we use up fuel, because we're going to have to come in early anyway. Alright, where are we? William Evans, the guy who usually comes last qualifies first? That is unbelievable. The guy who's coming second last in the championship, second? Third, oh, it is a reverse grid. Okay, I see. Okay, so there's no qualifying. It is a reverse grid. So let's see how we're going to get off at the start. Tang being 5th in the championship is going to start from 15th. Chu being 10th is starting 11th. And straight off the bat, he is going to get sucked in. Let's see what the other strategies for the other cars are going to be. Everyone looks to be going aggressive off the start. Track is going to look like... Ooh, it looks like it's going to get a little wetter, so I'm actually going to push on these tyres. I'm going to go to attack for both. I'm going to put overtake in for both of my drivers and see if they can capitalise on that. Chu is currently going down the order while Tang is not doing much, but again, we're punching above our belt in this later order. As long as we can get ahead of these guys at the front with this reverse grid, hopefully we can make anything of it. Chu goes down into 11th position, makes a good pass down onto Santa Ana. And we are currently on a very different strategy than half the field. Half the field's on mediums, half the field's on the super softs. Chu's still up in 11th. Tang is making the most of it. Looks like he's about to go around the outside. Looks like Chu's very happy with the car, as he said to eat his dust to Eddie. Chu goes through to 9th position. He's making a good race. He makes a bit of a blunder there. Tang's also making up. So this strategy might pay off. It looks like it is definitely going to get a little bit wetter after lap 3. So this strategy is going to pay off for us if we just keep this momentum up. I might put a bit of a forward pace in this to see how we're going. Conditions. We're looking all good. We are actually looking like we're in the window. Tang's car's a little bit iffy on brakes, but nowhere near as low as what we have in the previous races. So we're learning from our prior mistakes, making the most of it. It's starting to rain a little bit more. And that dampness is going to keep increasing by looks of the weather. I bet you can probably buy or build an infrastructure building to give you better weather predictions, but who knows? At the moment, Chu is just progressing up the field. He is chewing it. Ooh, Demble crashes. Where is he? He's all the way over there. Is that gonna push a safety car? Is it gonna push a safety car? There's no safety car yet. Tyre deck is actually really bad at the moment. I think we're going to have to pit for intermediates very soon. I mean, he needs to pit for intermediate. So we've done the right strategy. We've pushed as much as we possibly can. We want to go all the way, fill up while we're in the pits. All pits going well. Let's go fast. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Let's make the most of this strategy, try and get away with it. Now, as for Chu, what are we going to do with him? We're going to sit him into that position, I think. We're going to see if he can do one more lap with these tyres. I might make a late call just to bring him in the end. He's doing a good job at 5th, fighting off at the moment with 6th place, who's Jia, who of course is the championship leader. The guy to beat. I think we're going to have to pull in. We are going to have to pull in. Look at that burn. So he's also going to go to intermediates. We're going to fill up to 5 full laps. That way we can do a splash and dash at the end. And we're going to keep playing. Weather forecast is going to keep getting wetter. Everyone's in. Look at that. Everyone is in the pits. Let's see if they make the most of this stop without any dramas. We had to do a bit of a double stack, unfortunately, but that's the way our fuel burn was happening at that time. Chu was going to come out in 3rd position. I might put his tyres to push, and I might put the engine to high as well. See how that goes. Unfortunately for Tang, he comes out in 7th position, so we didn't lose too much time given there was a double stack, but that's okay. Tang's holding him off so far, and we've got a pretty much stacked grid. Looks like Van is coming first, who's driving really aggressively. Tang is currently holding them both up, holding up that little battle pack at the moment. Track is still getting damper as we speak. Looks like quite a few people have changed. You see, most people, we're the only people to have gone to, we're the only team and drivers to have gone to intermediates. Everyone else has gone to dries again. I don't know, Tank seems to be losing out on time at the moment. Hopefully it gets a little bit wetter as we're going on. I might just get him to go down to neutral and down to high mode. It's not pushing too much. How's the grain of the tyres happening over here? We are losing to the leaders at the moment based on this tyre strategy. That might not be a great thing. They requested inters, but it might have been the wrong strategy unless this gets a little bit more damper. It looks like it is sitting the same without any change. Let's have a look at the tab. We are just getting eaten alive out here on the track at the moment. There's not much we can do. Just needs to get a little bit more damper at the moment. That was a wrong call by the drivers. Bad feedback, but we're going to have to deal with it. Boateng's going to drop down another position. And what you can probably see here is we're eating up our tyres just as much as everyone else around us, just because we're driving with an intermediate on a dry surface. 6 laps to go though. Let's see if we can stick within this top 6. Okay, looks like the tyres are finally starting to come to us. Just putting on a neutral strategy. Keep getting damper, keep getting damper. We want the rain. We want to start doing this bit of a rain dance. I can't believe how bad this call was to go to intermediates. We're going to suffer big time here. It looks like the lap times might start to come back to us a little bit here. If we watch Chu and the gap, it seems to be coming down a little bit. But they seem to be on conservative mode as well. Hasn't been any crashes yet, despite most of the field on dries with the current tyres. Oh, looks like Chu's going to jump up in second. And we will have to pit come this next lap on this strategy. Now, we're going to stick to inters. Let's see what the field does. Ja and Marchetta comes out on slicks. What do we want to do? We definitely want to come in. I just don't feel like we're losing that much time. Right, pause right there. I don't feel like our times are suffering that much by going on this strategy. You know what? It doesn't look like it's changing at all. I'm going to say we're going to go to inters. Why not? Let's pit, go to intermediates yet again. For fuel, what do we want to do? We want to go to 4.4 laps. Let's go to 4.4 and see if we can make anything of it. Less time in the pits, but putting in less fuel, I think. Yeah. And who else? So that's Chu. As for Tang, let's look at intermediates again. Park condition, gearbox a little bit low. Yeah, we definitely need to fill him up. We might just go to 5 just to be safe, and that way I can push him from behind if I have to. Come on, rain. Keep raining. Keep raining. Keep raining. Keep raining. Keep raining. Keep raining. Come on, Shoe. Alright, so Chew at the moment is 10th, and I think we might have to end there unless some of these guys ahead of us are going to have to pit again, hopefully. Has only been one DNF so far, one crash. Pretty uneventful race, but it's all happening to some degree. 3 laps remaining. We are going to cross the line. Hopefully there's been a few more guys who have pitted. Down to 9th, 5th, 4th position for Chew. Currently under attack from Venan, who was originally winning, if you don't remember when we had a look before. So unfortunately it looks like the dampness is going to cut off in these last 2 laps for us though, so we might get caught out. We can't really do anything for the engine. There's no point stopping. It's down to 26%. If he is going to start to folly back a little bit, I'd rather have a mechanical issue, get him across the line, see if we can do anything on it. Looks like Tang said he feels good on the car, which is surprising because he's in 11th, but he's going slower at the moment. Alright, hopefully Chu can keep that 4th position. I just hope this dampness that doesn't build up off the track starts to really affect the cars as the track starts to dry out. The race pace, if we pick it up a little bit, he seems to be keeping that gap. Wait, someone retired? Well, there's a lot of retirements. Slow it down. It's currently the last lap. Valdez and John Zutta retires. I don't know if they really affected us. But looks like Chu's just going to get across the line with a mechanical fault that looks like it was about to blow. So thank God that we've learned from our mistake. At the moment, hopefully Chu just keeps going and he's able to turn that last spot in. Tire degradation is looking good. Hopefully he can keep Venan behind him. It's down on the main straight. Will he try to go around the slipstream? No, he blocks him in. He's going to go all the way back to 6th. Hold that spot. We want the bonus. He's able to just keep it. Man, that track drying up really killed the tyres and slowed everyone down. And Tank finishes 9th. So that's a respective 6th and 9th. So we're able to get the bonus by finishing in the top 6 yet again. And score some really good championship points. Unfortunately, it looks like Chia and Beauchamp were able to maximise their points, who's the team that we have to beat in the championship, who are the #1 contenders at the moment, but that's alright. We consistently finished up there and gained some really high points for our team, so I can't really complain on that front. So we'll look at the final standings. There we go. That's crazy, isn't it? It's all over the place. Tyre selection, we're the only guys again to have gone out on intermediates. Let's have a look. Looks like Antonov gets the fastest lap bonus. Not too bad. Driver standings. Tank's still in 5th. Chu up into 7th. So both drivers gain 1 spot. Looks like Gerard really suffered from that last one. And again, we're only 1 point difference between the 2 drivers, and we're only 19 points behind Beauchamp. But in the team standings, we are coming second. Second, ladies and gentlemen. That is A huge accomplishment given that we were proposed to come 7th or worst. 25 points behind the championship. At the moment, I think we might be able to take it, given it's only round 3 and we're still improving the cars as we speak. And that might be a wrap. Let's have a... hopefully we don't get scrutineered. Risk of rollback high. No rules broken. Thank God for that. It's 20 points for a win. If they have a DNF, that puts them down to 1 point, and we could capitalise hugely if we're able to achieve that, which I think we might be able to do. Give it a couple of more rounds. So I will say thank you very much for watching that video. If you want to go and see the rest of the series, hit that subscribe button. I've done part 1, part 2, and this is now part 3, which is the race 3 event. We're looking pretty good in the championship so far to take out the tier 3. Hopefully we can get ahead in these last 7 races, close off the season on a high. Be sure to check out our next videos, and thanks for checking in yet again with Spot the Aussie, baby. Chew!